Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Confidence Edit. I'm Cheryl, VP here at Dermelect. Today we're going to do a video that we've actually been talking about for a long time. So we started our partnership with QVC in January of 2024. We're coming up on a year now, and this year has been nothing short of extraordinary. We've been lucky enough to win not once, but twice in their Customer Choice Beauty Awards. Our Makeover Smoothing Ridge Filler was named Best Nail Product of the Year for both 2023 and 2024. What I wanted to do was kind of walk you through some of my experiences as a guest host on QVC. And we'll do a little get ready with me. I've been with Dermelect, if we started on day one, I've been at Dermelect since about day 2. The founder of the company is actually my uncle. I would always come home from college and help him with whatever he needed. Once I graduated, I came on full time to Dermelect, and that was 16 years ago. Now I occupy the title of VP. I've basically seen Dermelect kind of build up from the ground up, starting off with 8 products and then watching the company grow over time. So I usually like to prep the skin with a little moisturizer, and now I'm gonna move on to a little bit of concealer. We were sitting on QVC.com. We had a partnership with them already, just being on their website, but never really going on air. We got a nomination for their Customer Choice Beauty Awards. We were so flattered and so humbled by the nomination. When finally the awards were announced, when we won Best Nail Product, we were so excited and so shocked, and it was a really exciting turning point in the company. And from there, they started to ask Dermelect to appear on air, on TV. So I think the first show we didn't even have a guest. I wasn't trained or anything like that, but because we started to do well on air, they really pushed for Dermelect to have a regular guest that would come on and support all of their airings. So generally I do like more than one concealer, depending on what kind of week it's been. When it came time for us to decide who would be the regular guest, it was decided that it should be me, just because I've been with the company for so long and the brand, I understand the DNA of the brand. I've been involved in kind of all of the aspects of what it takes to run this business and to bring what we consider to be targeted quality solutions to the market. But in all honesty, it is not something that is completely in my comfort zone. So I'm just like rummaging through my Dermelect makeup bag here. I really would love any suggestions that you have about how to better organize your makeup. That would be great. But now I'm just moving in with a hybrid product. It's like a blush and primer in one, and applying it to the cheeks. I'm a huge blush girl. I don't know if you are, but I love blush. So I went through the QVC training, and it went well. They approved me as a guest, and then my first show was rapidly approaching. I remember driving up to their studios. It's about, give or take, 2.5 hours away. I went up with my uncle. To say I was nervous was definitely an understatement. What I would, more accurately, I would say I was completely unwell before I went on air. I'm gonna go in with my second blush. You might see a third. QVC is like a behemoth. It's very impressive when you drive in. Like, there's gates that you have to go through and security, and you get badges. There's a whole procedure just to enter the building. We went and sat in the green room, and I couldn't even talk to anybody at that point. I'm gonna go in with some bronzer now. Let me tell you, the people behind the camera and behind the scenes there could not be more supportive. Not only the people that work there, but the other brands that were there for the show. Everyone supports one another. It's not competitive. That was the most comforting thing, especially that first time, because unless you've done it before, you really don't know what it's like. Now I'm just gonna move on to brows, which is very important to me. I feel like brows really shape and frame the face. Love combing through my brows. I remember I was just like waiting in the green room for my time, and I went to go get mic'd up, and like my heart was pounding out of my chest. You kind of just have to go with it. The train is moving, and either you're getting on or you're not. And I had no option to not get on. My first show, my host was actually Sean Killinger. Sean is like the Derek Jeter of QVC. She definitely has like a presence about her. She has a command of the set. And I remember telling people backstage, like, they're like, who are you on with? And I said, oh, I'm on with Sean. And they're like, oh, you're fine. So like when you go on set, you would think like it's very chaotic, like what you see in the movies. Like it's a television network and they're filming and like there's like chaos going on and like things are just like happening. It couldn't be more different than that. My first show, I was so struck by how quiet and calm it is on set. For QVC, they're filming 24/7, 365. They always have shows going on. So for them, it's just, just business as usual. And I remember just when we finished the segment, I was so relieved and we did well. And it was just a very gratifying experience. That was my first show. It was an experience I'll never forget. Another memory that stands out was our first Customer Choice Beauty Awards show. I'm just doing some eyeliner now. I remember that for that show, they had specifically told us there's a different vibe for this show. It's more celebratory. You need to wear something a little bit more fancy. At that point, I had done a few shows and because we're always showing nail care products, I realized that they were only really shooting the camera on my hands, like kind of like from the waist up. So what I would do is like I would be dressed up for my segment, but like on my feet, I would have like flats on or sneakers or like something comfortable so that I could stand in front of the camera and like be comfortable and not think about how like my feet are hurting. Like I never wore heels really for my segments. I had brought this beautiful dress for the awards show and I just had like some like whatever shoes. I don't even remember what. I was in the green room and I see that they're taking all the guests and they're like putting them at this like special podium to start and then walking them down a set of stairs. And I was like, oh my gosh, like the camera's like spanning the whole set and you're gonna be able to see my shoes. I just was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Like, should I like go? It was too late to like go out and like buy something. And I remember being backstage and this is what I'm talking about, how like the atmosphere is so supportive and so collaborative back there. And I said to another brand, I said, I didn't realize like my shoes were gonna show tonight. I don't have anything else. And she looks at me and she's like, well, why don't you just go to the model closet? And I was like, what's the model closet? And I see there's a whole model dressing room that I had never discovered before. I make a turn and I see there's like walls and walls of shoes. So if you look back to that segment, it's the Customer Choice Beauty Awards of 2024, you will see that I am wearing beige sandals and they are not mine. They are totally QVC wardrobe. It just goes to show that like their operation is so big and so well thought out. Yeah, it's wonderful to be part of such a well thought out production. Just finishing up my eyeliner here. I'm big into eyeliner. Blush and eyeliner are my go-tos. It's been an adventure. Definitely one that I never anticipated, but we couldn't be more thankful. We have a lot planned for 2025. If you want to know any other backstage information, stories, experiences that I've had at QVC, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to share. We'll be back with another Confidence Edit next week, but until then, thanks for watching.